Hello, everyone. My name's Stefan Botanist Cool. Today, I'm here with the Ace Attorney expert herself,
Katie.
Now, Katie knows everything Ace Attorney related, everything, including the last quote that we left off on this stream. Do you remember that quote? You know what that quote was. Can you remind us exactly what that last quote was so we could get a good review of what happened?
Stay safe and stay Botanist Cool.
You know you fucking got me with that one. You fucking got me with that one. I'll fucking fair. Oh, good shit. Good shit. All right, so.
Yes, got him.
So we're continuing on with our ignorant little pretty boy and
I don't remember what last happened. It's been like too long.
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks too long. Oh, Gumshoe's coming back to say hi to Kay and Ezra.
Oh boy, what a way to return. And they'll still be great because they'll have to explain everything to him.
You know what? That's a good point. Actually, hold on. I need to do something real quick.
Is that a kitty cat? Wagging its little tail?
Yes, it is.
Oh, kitty.
There we go. Sorry, I wanted to do something real quick, and boom. Ah, so much better. Discord, everything on Discord's changed, and it even interfered with my game a little bit, so I had to change some settings on Discord. I'm like, come on. Guys, I hate the new Discord look. Fucking hate it. Just to go off on a tangent real quick. It's like, at first it was super dark, so I'm like, the colors changed. I don't like that. So I changed it back to ash, which thankfully they kept the original colors, right? And then they made everything square. Why would they make everything square? The circles were perfect. Why would they change this? Why would they change it? No, I don't like that. I like my circles. So like my Discord on my phone is still the same. So I'm not gonna update my Discord on my phone because I refuse to have square Discord in my life. This is gonna be my brave final stand against late stage capitalism.
So sad.
I know, right? No, but legitimately though, Discord's new fucking look sucks. That's my personal opinion though.
Get round again when I'm clicked off of it. The users are still around.
Yeah, but all the server like notifications are so, the server like icons are so small now, it's ridiculous. Like, I want to see my servers, please and thank you. I can't see. Well, now Discord, thank you. All right, let's get going. It's the address, sir. Gotta hurry, sir. Come on. Oh, wait, but we gotta explain things to you, Gumshoe. What is it, detective? They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir. What?
Isn't that what? Yeah. Great start. Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo! That's why you gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we might still be able to get there before Wolf Boy does. All right, let's make haste to the main gate.
I like the officer that saluted.
Wow.
All right, time for a 5-minute break, everyone.
Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us today. Hope you had a good one. Y'all stay safe, stay Botanist Cool. We'll see you for the next one. God, we were so close to a to be continued. We didn't even know it. Oh, that's funny as hell, though. Where the edge? Come on.
What?
Where's the costume detective Gumshoe? Look at the fucking right side of the screen, bud.
He can't. Gumshoe's massive hulking form is blocking his line of sight.
You know what? That I will accept as an answer. 100%. Okay, fair enough. Just on the other side of the fountain, sir. For a second, I thought the guy was decapitated, like they're still in there. I'm like, oh my god.
Sorry, was it out here in the open all along?
No. It was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it before the Poochianas got in the tall grass. You know, I once heard about this guy, Professor went in there, got his ass kicked by a little puppy dog in the tall grass. Some kid had to come by with a rooster to kill it. Can you tell I was watching a Nuzlocke video earlier today?
Wow. I'm so sad that my Cleffa starter Nuzlocke didn't go well. I could have continued, but once Cleffa died to Dragon Rage, I simply could not.
Sometimes when your starter dies, it's just over. Especially if it's
Dragon
early.
Rage is such a... It's insane this early.
Welcome to Randomizer Nuzlocke.
Yes, that's what happens. But, like, it's true. It makes me, like, because I was always like, what's the point of this move? It's very powerful at a certain range.
Alright. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly. Let's get down to it. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Lying.
By the end of this, that phrase is going to be ingrained upon your psyche.
I know, I hate
Just
it.
letting you know.
I know. I'll be hearing it in my dreams. What do we have here?
Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, this pretty baby's made of platinum silver, too.
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that these two... Oh, fuck, this guy. Hold it right there. Woof, woof, bow, bow. Hands off,
It's
Mr.
me, the antagonistic furry.
I hate your fucking glasses so much, Lang. I want you to know
His
that.
glasses are so stupid, but
They're
I love
so
Lang,
stupid.
absolutely.
I fucking hate you.
Look at him, he's got the boa. He's got the wide open V-neck. He's got the crazy hair. He speaks like he wants to be a dog.
That is the second deepest V-neck I've ever seen in a video game. The only one that beat this V-neck is fucking Danny from Rune Factory.
Yeah, but Danny has like something in like the middle.
But that's still a V-neck.
Yeah, the V-neck goes down lower, but there's something that stops early on. Get your hand out of the way, we have to gawk. Exactly.
Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you? A pendant, huh? This is a decisive piece of evidence. How can you tell? Look here and read off what you see.
Lauren. Hey, that's a name that... Hey, it's a name that's engraved on this.
Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper.
No, you don't understand.
Fuck, what was your voice? I know I made him kind of wimpy like this. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Lolly, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Lance. You're kidding. Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers?
Oh, it's D, not P. Never mind then.
Yes.
I know I called her out on it as being a kidnapper or a murderer, but still.
It was me. I held Leyland's hostage.
So, Miss Pops is the one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over. Hey guys, case closed. Get the car ready, and I mean the special one for this young lady. Again, Mr. Prosecutor, what is it this time? Are you proposing Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect. We found it. Found what? That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look how careless they are.
Correct.
What?
Correct.
Yeah, correct. Correct. Who you calling a sham? The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon. So, Officer Meek has been cleared of all charges, I see. That's when a brand new suspect comes walking in onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Miss Potts, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him.
Well, alright, case is done.
I can't believe it.
Is her last name Deacon? Hold on. What's this dude's name? Where's Deacon? There he is. Oliver Deacon. So Deacon is the last name. Lauren. Could she be Lauren Devore? Changed her name to Lauren Pops. Thanks for the confession. Agent Ling, it's much too early to declare this case closed. Oh, now you go thoroughly. No, in the first few games, you gave us shit like no tomorrow, trying to close each case before we thought it was too early to declare this. Now you're feeling the bullshit you put us through, Edgeworth.
Yeah. It's character development, baby.
I know, right? Now it's time for you to feel like that blue defense lawyer.
He was literally Phoenix in that one case, and he was like, my god, this is what happened.
Yeah, it's true. He wasn't even there for the whole case, just for a little bit, as a treat. And he's like, fuck, this sucks. Oh.
Man, I'm glad Von Karma killed my dad. I can't believe I would have had to gone through this.
Now I make money and can get my boyfriend to come to Europe whenever I want him to. It's great. Are you kidding me?
All I had to do was get a couple of incorrect death sentences for people.
No big deal. It's all fine.
Edgeworth, your sins are forgiven.
Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for? Miss Lauren Pops.
Yes?
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that's happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
Why? I'm a kidnapper and the killer. Isn't that enough?
She about to cut her hair? Okay. It's
when
fine.
girlies get this breast, it's what they do.
It's fine if you're behind everything, but only if it's the truth. It's okay if you're the murderer, but only if it's actually... You know what? That's fair, actually, yeah. You know what, Edgeworth, I was gonna razz on you for a second, but no, you're spitting straight facts. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason you can't? I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as the losing mud. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all this evil deed you committed today.
The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. I suddenly have a southern accent. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
The facade. Her facade's breaking down.
Mr. Romano would pay anything to get his son back after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me.
There, you satisfied, just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much. Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
If that's the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Yes, we do have this. Let me take a look at this real quick. Lauren D's engraved into this pendant.
I see that they wrote out her first name, but why just the D?
Maybe it's a result of poor planning.
I guess. Well, at least if I had to shorten my name, I could make it K Faraday. That way, even if you just sounded it out, it'd still say my name, K Faraday.
That's fucking brilliant, actually. wait, guys, she's cooking! She's fucking cooking, though! I suppose if I had to do the same, I'd also believe it M. Edgeworth.
Hold on, I think you should have abbreviated it as M.E., get it?
Who would have thought that this little pendant could stir up such a strange conversation? But actually, K, that's kind of fucking based. It's a pendant in the shape of a pair of wings. It has a rather nice aesthetic to it.
Hey, nice to see that even you can appreciate its beauty. Things made of platinum silver tend to have a nice feeling about them, you know?
I was only talking about the shape, Kay.
Oh, is that what you were talking about? But you know... If we're talking about wing shapes, I think the brooch on my scarf is way cooler.
I was gonna say, she has a very similarly shaped brooch, doesn't she? That's not made of platinum silver, is it?
It's handmade, okay? I'm so sorry that's not made of the expensive stuff.
She made that by herself. It's incredibly well crafted. Does it being handmade mean it's hand stolen? I'm kind of curious about this. Hold on. The name Colin DeVore is engraved here.
I really admire people who can carve their own names into a pendant.
How would that be?
You have no imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you ever think that maybe people want to have their loved ones always nearby?
It's not as if I have a wedding. It's not as if I have a wedding band, and I have no interest in accessorizing.
I suppose. Anyway, you know what? More than wearing flashy accessories, I'd rather be engraving my name into every treasure I can find all around the world.
A sign of affection is one thing, but blatant vandalism is something different. Is this also platinum silver? It's the victim's pendant, which is shaped like a horse.
It's got a real dignified look on its face. That makes it worth all the more. Oh no, Mr. Edgeworth.
What? Did you find an important piece of evidence?
This is made of platinum silver. This makes this thing super valuable.
Okay, so they are related. Yep, perfect. So that is Lauren DeVore.
I've seen this type of jewelry a lot at stores before, so I know it when I see it.
Okay, if you ever laid so much as a finger on these pieces of jewelry...
What? Me? I would never do something like that.
Suppose that she had never wanted to steal from a jewelry store before? So what I was looking for actually when I came here was to see if there was a cut on it, as if the wings go on it like a Pegasus. But it doesn't look like that. It just looks like there's literally two separate pieces of jewelry that are both basically platinum silver for a father and daughter. Yeah, it doesn't look like it goes on anything. I mean, maybe, but probably not. I mean, it might fit somewhere in here, but I don't think it's literally gonna be like a perfect fit. I do think it is just two separate pieces from two family members to remember each other by or some shit like that.
Hold it!
How well did you know the victim?
I've spoken with him only a few times at Lance's house.
A few times, that's it.
Yes?
Well, but a few times, I don't see how they could have trusted each other.
If you hardly ever talked, then how could he trust you not to steal his plan?
That's completely irrelevant. He was planning on the betrayal from the very beginning. Which is why he chose someone he wasn't especially close to. Isn't that right, Shina?
Yes, however, Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself.
I didn't see that one coming.
Hold it!
You knew? How did you know something like that?
Oh no. What should I do?
Okay, what's wrong with her now?
Come on, isn't it obvious? You're making your scary face again, that's why. Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentle way? No, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. You always fall for the stern-looking one. That's why you'll always be unhappy.
Okay.
Or maybe that's it. She's been bewitched by your icy glare.
You know what this reminds me of? And you know what I've been watching recently? I've been watching a little bit of Apothecary Diaries. And the main character, Mal Mal, looks at the... I forgot his name, but look at the eunuch with such disgust and hatred every time he tries to make a move on her. And the eunuch's guard, or like right-hand man, has to go to the Mal Mal and be like, hey, listen, dude, like, every time you look at him like he's a worm or with disgust and disdain, he gets really off on it. So like, can you not? Because apparently he just loves the fact she looks at him like a worm. And I'm like, don't do this to me, Lauren, please. Don't do this to me. But now I do want to see Edgeworth in a Mal Mal costume. With anyone he looks at disdain with in the eunuch's costume. Can someone put Edgeworth in a cute little dress, please, and thank you?
Put Edgeworth in the Mau Mau one and put Phoenix in
the eunuch costume.
What's his name? Jinchi or whatever?
Yeah.
My sister's really into that one.
It's
she
a
reads
fun
the
one.
books.
It's a fun one. I read the manga for a little bit, but then I just stopped keeping a track on the top of it, and then now I'm really far behind. So
Yeah. My sister reads the actual like books.
Oh, the light novels.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, back onto it. Mind your business, Katie. Now then, Miss Pop, let's continue with your testimony.
Oh, yes, of course.
So what do I have? That's definitely the one I have to present on. So what do I present there? Why did you believe that?
Anyone who knows Mr. Amano would think the same. I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure.
I suppose he would be doting father. I suppose he would be to a doting father like Mr. Amano.
I always figured that was it too, and I was always envious of Lance for it. Oh, because your dad's... I got this pendant from my father. And I believe that as long as I have this, I'll find my father again someday.
After murdering him.
He'll welcome me into his arms, riding on the back of a Pegasus.
Okay, so it is One Piece. But, like, it just doesn't look like it's One Piece. The pendant, you must truly believe it to be the wings of the Pegasus.
Hold it!
Would you mind telling us a little bit about the plan itself?
Well, first we captured Lance. Ooh, how did you do that? Well, Mr. Deacon did that on his own, so I don't quite know. And here I thought you knew how to steal people away.
I try to think what she could do with such knowledge.
I love her little chin pout.
She looks just like mildly disappointed.
Sorry, I really don't know, but somehow Mr. Deacon was able to contain...
Somehow Palpatine is back.
Ha! All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but...
Hold it!
Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe he had planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops.
Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning. Was it that even likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? I'm sorry, but I don't think what you have just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you.
But why? We were total strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over the money.
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. Simba, remember. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to kill himself. Yeah, okay.
Take that!
Why are you showing this to me?
So what about the pendant? This horse pendant, along with a piece of evidence, shows us who you really are.
Take that!
These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
You're right, they're the same color, and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one. Okay, so there is one, just didn't look like it was one. Okay, fair enough. I did bring that up. I'm gonna say I called it.
Yeah, you totally did.
But like, I was just...
couldn't say anything.
Yeah, it was just like, the pieces don't look like they connect, except for that part of the Pegasus that looked like it had a little slope on there, but the wings, but anyways.
Eh?
Shall we give it a try? Fair enough.
Oh, it's totally Pegasus. That definitely isn't how it looked.
Yes, it's me, Yugi boy. Yugi boy, shall we play a rousing game of Monster Duel? Fuck, what's the game called again?
Dual monsters?
Duel Monsters.
But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
Well, no, that can't be.
No, to make sense, just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything. You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant. Motherfucker, come on! I didn't plan this far. Yeah, that's probably it.
Take that!
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devore. The name that is etched to the horse pendant. What? An alias? I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense, given what was written in Mr. Devore's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out is this. The specific section reveals yada yada yada, something about a soul daughter. Bang. I'd like to take a look around this area. Like G says, the timid never reach the land of truth. You'll have to be more specific than that if you want to convince me. What?
I think you were slightly off of daughter.
Oh, that's such bullshit. That is such bullshit. Are you kidding me?
Take that!
Mrs. Devore had one daughter. Her name was Lauren Pops.
That's right. That person was not my father.
He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that the man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even, such a man would allow his daughter to get involved with a kidnapping plot? Let me get some water real quick. And what's so funny, Agent Lang? You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you? What are you trying to say? You're thinking too much. You're thinking it's too much. Is much too innocent. After all, I've thought of another possibility. Is that so? Well, let's hear it. He's a big meanie butthole, and he's wanted to kill her. That's my reasoning. It's gonna boil. It's gonna boil it down to that, I bet. I bet you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano. Well, two of them make good use of their meetings to plan a little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say that my scenario is perfectly probable as well? Okay, that's, you know what? That I'll give to you. That I will give to you. That's actually probable. Καλημέρα, καλησπέρα. Τώρα είναι στη νύχτα. So, καλησπέρα είναι. Πώς πάει? We have a new Greek friend in chat, so hello. Καλησπέρα, τι γίνεται?
Hello.
So this is his version of how things might have been. You don't have any proof they didn't know their real relationship, right?
You're saying that the two of them committed the kidnapping together?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's my friend Katie.
Hello.
That's right. As one really rotten family. Is it really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence. Like I take a long, hard look at Phoenix Wright.
Hold it!
Precisely. And what father would be willing to kill his own daughter?
Actually.
Actually? I've seen a lot of things in my travels. And I can't tell you that being blood related is being related to blood is sometimes
Precisely.
Hold it!
You think they knew? Yeah, I don't think only the victim knew. I think the girl realized it as well. Both knew who the other person was, but they had to pretend they didn't. Because he was on the lam. How did that saying come to be? Like, I always thought it was like, because he's on the lamb, L-A-M-B.
I thought so too. Or, yeah, I don't know what lamb is. Let's find out what that word means and then we'll know.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna watch up. Yeah, now we usually do mini painting on Mondays. However, on any other day, I'll mini paint. Tuesdays we do a lot of Tuesdays we do Ace Attorney, and Sundays we do Monster Hunter. But we're changing that soon, and that's gonna be a little surprise for the future. But I love doing mini painting, and we mini paint here a lot. Αλλά αν θέλεις, πας στο YouTube και έχω το VOD στη YouTube και έχω όλα το painting VODs εκεί πέρα. Και μπορεί να βλέπεις εκεί πέρα. I hope I said that right and properly. Practicing Greek, let's go. Yeah,
So-
wilds. Tell me.
So lamb means either to beat or to like run. So, which is, I don't know why those two meanings diverge so much, but I assume it's basically on the run and on the lamb are the same.
Okay, I mean that's
Like,
fair.
literally.
No, yeah, if lamb means run,
Basically.
then it is the absolute same, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, cool. Well, now we know.
Now we know.
You got it. The victims couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore,
Hold it!
see, that I can actually believe. One is a butler, and one is the friend of the son, you mean? You probably thought it was for the best shot. Is that what you honestly believe? Of course.
Hold it!
You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives? Can you think of a better partner? They're certainly a clever pair. The butler and the girlfriend. No one would ever suspect that they were, in fact, family. Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well.
Hold it!
I believe you're a bit over self-confident for someone with no evidence. Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary. You know what? It's a good fucking point, actually. But evidence, we're stuck in a stalemate. Agent Lang isn't wrong. The scenario is certainly a probable one.
You better hurry up and do something or Lauren's gonna wind up looking really bad.
I know, but first things first, is Agent Lang's line of logic factually correct? Was the crime really committed by the two of them? By the father-daughter pair? I tried Wilds earlier for the first time. Also, first time in Monster Hunter. This game's menu and items, they are. They're very chaotic, but you'll get used to them. When I first played Monster Hunter on the Switch in GU, I played for a little bit. I stopped, I waited a year, and I came back. But yes, the menu is the biggest learning curve you'll have. And YouTube has a lot of great tutorials on understanding the menus and the items. Don't get too intimidated. It'll become second nature very quickly. I have to look through my evidence like no goddamn tomorrow right now. Penitент prison's kind of funny. So they can't have known each other because he did not show up after the police were... All right, I found the right thing. Nope. That's it. It just sounds like there's a correction. Yada yada yada. I'm angry. I'm a wolf. Wawooga! Woof 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 woof. Sorry, I just wanted to get fucking finding out where I
Dare
present
to
that.
insult the courts. Yeah, they're not good, Edgar.
Yeah. Maybe here. Wanna try
Yay,
if
all the bonus dialogue.
Yeah. Wanna try with my bro? He's playing a lot. He asked me to join him. He's the only reason I have Monster Hunter on my PS. Ah, kala, yeah. I mean, have fun with him. He'll teach you. Brother will teach you how to play. Agent Ling, if you could take a look at this piece of evidence, you can see that there is a very big flaw in your logic. Flaw? Are you sure it's not your eyes that are flawed? Talk to me again while you can still see straight. Good. Maybe this wasn't what I was looking for at all. Maybe I'd look even better with glasses on. I think he looks better with glasses on. How is Viola gonna be part of this? I'm so curious. So what do I have to present here?
I have to remember where one specific funny line of failed dialogue comes up. I can't remember if it's here or not.
See, I think it's the last line. It's like, despite Hunter's failures, he's yet to show up. The people they've never met. And I can't find out where to present that.
It's everywhere. I mean, I can check, but...
Give me a second.
Alright. I'll let you figure it out more. Langji says, confidence is like a soul, but words without confidence are empty shells. Shouldn't waste your breath on words you have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor, although it's just as bad to say something in full confidence and be wrong. You're gonna let him lecture you about your self-confidence like that?
I don't need to be overflowing with self-confidence, I just need to think rationally. After all, I only need to be confident in the facts. But
Yeah, all the bonus dialogue. Gotta love it.
I'm gonna lose with all this bonus dialogue. All right.
Let's see.
This is just still so fucking funny.
God, I love all the callbacks in this game.
It's good. It's very good.
It's pretty darn good.
I'm just trying to think. What's next? Like, I'm mentally going through all of my... This makes sense because this says that the cops have no evidence they've come to meet together, but the three statements that this would be applicable to does not work on it.
I think, okay, I found it, so let me know if you need a hint.
She has Lauren D, not Devore, so she wouldn't know as well. I can present that here as well.
Let me know when you want, like, hints or anything.
A hint would be great, actually.
So you're looking specifically for whether or not it makes sense for the two of them to be the people behind it, is those two.
So we need evidence that there's a third.
Was that too much of a hint?
What weapon do you recommend to a new player? So far, I've tried Horn, Longsword, and Duels. Okay. When it comes to Monster Hunter, Horn's going to be very hard for new players. It's a lot of fun, but it is hard. Longsword has some technique, can be a little tough. Dual Blade is not too hard. I think for new players, your best shots are going to be Sword and Shield, Lance. Dual Blades are good. And Longsword's pretty good for new players too. So yeah, I think along those four is good. The light bowgun and the heavy bowgun are also pretty easy, as long as you get used to switching up mechanics. Bow's a little harder. I started with light bowgun, so it's definitely not impossible to start with light bowgun. Light bowgun is also great. I do highly recommend light bowgun in general, especially for range stuff. Range is great. Range in this game is great. But yeah, that's all. And of course, ask any questions you want. I love talking about Monster Hunter, and I will talk about Monster Hunter. It's another Capcom property, which, funnily enough, Monster Hunter did have an Ace Attorney collab once, where they had a large hand and a pointed finger as the fucking hold on, let me get this picture up for you. You're gonna love this, Katie.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get a picture up real quick. It is so fucking funny.
Okay, let me open up your stream.
Yeah.
I'm not streaming.
So back in the day, they had a collab, and I want to say it was GU, where you could get a Francisca and you could get a Francisca, an Edgeworth, and a... Oh, was there a Blue Badger weapon too? Oh, there was. Okay, hold on. Let me get that. I'm save image as. All right, cool. So there was a lot of weapons you could do. So back in the day, Hello. Great sword or nothing but great. Oh, yeah. Great sword. Great sword. Great sword's very easy for beginners, too. So, okay. So, back in the day, there was a fantastic collaboration between Monster Hunter and Ace Attorney where there was a Blue Badger greatsword and a fucking Phoenix Wright and a Phoenix Wright outfit, which was great.
Isn't there like a long pointer hand or something?
There is. That's the next one I'm going to show with Francisca's armor. There is a objection lance. Where you can point out with the finger and fucking do that. And there's also an Edgeworth costume. There's also a Maya one, but I can't find pictures of that one immediately. But it's so good.
Incredible.
It was. I think there's also like a costume for your Palico, your little like little guy. But yeah, so overall what they had, I'll just say this last time and just show you guys everything else. They need to bring that back. They are bringing the thing. They're bringing stuff back, which is great. But overall, what the collab had between them was essentially a Francisca and an Edgeworth costume, a Maya and a Phoenix costume, and I think it's a great sword Blue Badger, and a pointer fin and objection lance, which they are doing their first collaboration in the summer, which I'm very excited about. So hopefully we'll get something like this again. But yeah, so this was one of Monster Hunter's greatest collaborations in my opinion, and it's so fucking funny. EVTisk says it's too slow. Fair enough. That's why I don't play Greatsword either. It's way too slow for me. I get it. People love Greatsword. It does a lot of damage, but it's just not my thing. I did see the video. Yo, okay. Slight tangent. I'm sorry, Katie. I know we're here for the gay lawyers, but 1 second. I'm so sorry, Katie.
Right, sure. I understand Monster Hunter and all that.
Blue suit guy looks like Kazuya Mishima from Tenkin. He does. They fight by throwing comic bubbles on onomatopoeias. I fucking hope so. Archimedes, thank you very much for the sub. Subscribing for 41 months. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all that support. All that money is going to really cool stuff like the brand new stand I have for my mini painting, and of course the eventual charity event we're having in July, which there is currently, by the way, a poll out on my Discord if you guys want to check that out to influence some things in my there. I would recommend Switch X. Switch X is fun, but is it beginner friendly? Anyways, Monster Hunter's coming out. Mizusune is coming out in early April, which I'm really excited about. Mizu is my favorite monster and has some of the prettiest armor. It's so good. We're going to be having Zoshia coming out again with more quests for Zoshia. And we're going to have Arc-Tempered Raid Dao coming out, which I haven't fought Raid Dao a lot, but Raid Dao's a very fun fight. So it's going to be really great. And the new Gathering Hub looks fantastic. Capcom is cooking with it. If only they could make the performance on PC actually good, then the game would be fine. But no, they have this anti-piracy software on there that makes the performance absolute dog shit. Most user-friendly for beginners, I'd say, with dual blades. So yeah, Tisk, you might want to stick with dual blades then for sure. Okay. It seems like it was Solskjaer. I thought it was Violet because one of them seemed like it had fire on it. But yeah, Solskjaer would be really cool too. Maybe there's a variant. Also, a quick shout out to Killer, by the way. Killer is a great streamer. Good fun with Killer. All right, let's continue on. The kidnapping wasn't just planned by two people alone. What kind of proof do you have of that? But simply, there were 3 kidnappers. Lang, are you about to do Tai Chi on our ass?
You know how it is.
You know what he's looking like he's doing? He looks like he's starting that water bending move you see in like season 1 where they're learning just how to move water very gently across like a figure 8. Okay. Benders. What kind of bender is Lang? And before anyone says anything, I definitely think that Edgeworth is going to be... Fuck, actually. What is Edgeworth? I want to say Firebender.
Broke everyone's firebender because they're in Japan.
Fair enough. I've experienced 4 seasons just last week. Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna have we've been going through some. It was 50 degrees here, and now it's like fucking thing. Thank you for all the tips. I'll be lurking until I fall asleep. Kali Nichta and Kali Vrati tomorrow. Have a good day, and hopefully Independence Day was great for you. By the way, today's a Greek Day of Independence. Just for those who don't know, today's a holiday in Greece. The day we basically said fuck off to the Ottoman Empire and started that fight against them. But yeah. 3 fire. Yeah, I mean, this guy Lang is definitely fire, but Phoenix has got to be water, right? How slippery he goes through all the cracks and shit. He's got to be water.
Well, I mean, his name is Phoenix.
Fuck! You got a good point again.
From the ashes, so.
The cool front has fees of. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, Archimedes! I'm so sorry. 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild West area's back room. We found one of them, the kidnapper's hideouts. But as for the others, we can only assume they were worn by 3 different people. We also found a seat of 3 cups with 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It was today. Yeah, it was today. Today is Greek Independence Day. It was clear, or for those who don't, March 25th. It was clearly points to a 3-man group, and I'll believe that this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. Who is this mastermind? Break the kidnapping. Wait, what? What? It was. They don't even put her name on here. They don't even put her name on here.
I love the meta way that they just like.
Her real name is Wendy.
This is such a good way to have like Edgeworth's true thoughts on her. Like he knows her name, but
yeah.
I love how her age too. Go to her age.
It's a mystery.
Mystery age.
Okay. Do you want me to take a good? You want me to be honest on who I think did it? Fucking Lance. Don't get me wrong. Shi Long Lang was 100% sweating up a storm. But I can't. There's no evidence it's him, right? I kind of want to say it's Lance.
Take that!
Lance Amano! Yes, this abduction was in fact schemed up by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us. Oh man, Shi Long, what a character, I know, right? Did you see the face? Oh.
That's Lang.
Oh. Yeah, I thought I was saying. For a second, I thought Lance was Lang. I thought Lang was Lang was reading Lance in my brain for a second. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but 2. One was a woman. However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is a direct contradiction to what he said. But I only saw 2 people. This guy here didn't help Hodges. Possibly couldn't see all 3 of them. Ah, yes, but when you're being held, I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive? I really don't remember much anymore, honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? I accidentally put a really weird spin to that voice, and I like it.
It does kind of suit. He has that weird kind of vibe to him. I don't know how to put it.
I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was all a stroke of luck that they left me alone. Wait, does he still have the handcuffs on him? He does. Sounds like he's keeping in his yawn. Yeah, oh fuck, he said the word. Oh, fuck you guys. You guys have to yell now too. I made my escape and ran away from the room as fast as I could. Though the underground passageway, I presume. Are you okay? Sorry, I didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but... You two probably just yelling, fuck you, Chip. So I have this funny antidote that ties into one event today. Sure, go for it. But now you believe me, right? Not quite yet. Oh, how can you not? Why do you look at me with icy daggers in your eyes? Because he's a prosecutor, and because they're all like that. I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little. He has a very subtly punchable face. Like, at first you don't want to punch him, but the more you look at him, the more it's like he's trying to put up this, I'm a poor frat boy, I've done nothing wrong, I'm in my salmon cargo shorts, and my daddy says I can't get snackies because I'm going to jail and I murdered someone. Right, okay, that actually did happen. That actually did happen. Oops. I got too real there. Say again.
Whoops.
It got too real. Put some content. Okay, yeah. Oh, no, go back.
Hold it!
Can you tell us about when you were abducted in a little more detail? It was a strange morning. I felt like I was right in the middle of a great calm. And where were you when you experienced this? Calm. Our family garden, of course. Where else could it have been? I don't fucking know. Well, excuse me for asking. This child is more princess than prince.
What does that mean?
Well, excuse me, princess. I was taking a walk out to shake off the morning blue. Then out of the blue, someone behind the clamps a hand from behind clamps a hand over my mouth. You didn't see your attacker? They must have used some drug to knock me out. Because before I knew it, I was in La La Land again. Then I woke up and the kidnapper's had already all tied up. Those cuffs look exceptionally loose on you. I'm just saying. Especially that right one, you could probably slip out of it, huh, bud?
Hold it!
By that room, you mean the room in the kidnapper's hideout, correct? Yes, but I was blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know until I made my escape. Then you were in the same room as your kidnappers. They spoke in hushed tones, but I could catch bits of their conversation. It was definitely two people, and one of them was definitely a woman. I was so scared I couldn't tell they were nearby, so I didn't make a move. To put some context first, French adjectives are conjugated to the gender to speak of the object, so the woman would conjugate, for example, and I use both. Refer to myself 80-20% with preference towards male conjugations. Fair enough. Similar in Greek. Like, megalos is big for man, megalo is big for, like, vaguely neuter or gender neutral, and then megali is big for feminine nouns.
Hold it!
The kidnapper disappeared. The room fell into such a sudden silence. I had been left behind like an unwanted mutt. Hey, we stand mutts here. Fuck off. Mutts are genetically less predisposed to various... I know what he's saying, but like, how fucking dare you?
Well, he's comparing himself to a little puppy dog.
A very punchable puppy dog, apparently. They've been driving the assistant manager. He's up a wall. Amazing. Amazing, Archimedes. We love that. The room fell into a sudden silence. I've been left behind like an unwanted mutt. And what do you mean by unwanted mutt?
No pointless question. It's not like he's going to tell you anything new, you know? I'm depressed.
It's a poetic simile. Fuck me. It's a poetic simile. You should learn how to use them too. You may look refined on the outside. I fuck you. No! Kazuha gets the ability to. Like, Kazuma or Kazuha? What's his name again?
Kazuha.
Kazuha can do that, not you, Lance. Fuck off. But it's no good if you're not refined on the inside as well. This makes me want to take him down more.
Hold it.
I think it was Kazuma. No, yeah. Katie confirmed Kazuha. Right? You know what? Hold on. Wait, we're gonna double check.
Oh wait, Kazuha. Sorry, I was thinking Genshin Impact. Kazuha, because he also has like a wind sense about him.
Oh,
no, Kazuma is the Great Ace Attorney.
Yeah, okay, it is Kazuma. Kazuma Osogi. Alright, you know what? Chip, you got it, buddy.
Sorry, I was fully thinking Genshin. I don't know why.
But see, here's the problem. When you're saying I was thinking Genshin, my first thought went to the song from Fire Emblem Three Houses, ba 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 ba, and I'm like, wait, why am I thinking Fire Emblem Three Houses? Actually, I'm trying to think of the other song from Super Smash Brothers, ba 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 da ba 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 ba, which has no relation to Genshin at all, and I don't know how I got there. But every time someone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm thinking about this franchise," and it's vaguely fantasy, I go from Fire Emblem to Smash Brothers because I got the Fire Emblem and the Smash Brothers song mixed in my head, and then just everything fantasy is triggering my Fire Emblem reflexes recently.
Weird.
I know, right?
Sorry. Weird. Can't explain that one, bud.
Yeah, no, it's a weird one. Listen. It just annoys me bending the rules. If people annoys him. I've been using the male version of adjectives myself since I'm 13 now. There's no break, dude. There's no break of that habit. Keep using the male adjectives. That's what you want to use. Fucking use the male adjectives for yourself, baby. Let's go. Let the guy fucking, he'll run himself over a wall. That's funny. We'd love to see it. Then those cuffs on your wrist. Suppose you're still cuffed in that case. I am well aware of how I'm chained to reality. I couldn't find the key, so I'm afraid that I'm stuck like this. You don't look very stuck, dude. Exactly. You gotta do what you want, baby. Even though I escaped from that jail cell, I'll forever be a prisoner. Forever? What do you mean for? I hate this post so much. I hate this post so fucking much.
Here's the little boy.
He's just a little boy. I want to fucking when he peeks out, I want to like just poke him. Take that fucking lance from Monster Hunter and poke him with an objection in the face.
Hold it.
How did you manage to escape? I wanted to get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked. Oh, he let the yawn slip out. Objection, Lance, exactly. Which is why I had to make the underground passageway to my escape. I remember our escape was equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined. I know what the answer is, but let's just see what the press is. That's all I wanted to share the classroom today. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's go. By underground passageway, do you mean the one that the staff uses to travel unnoticed? I suppose that's what it's for, but I didn't want any staff members on my way out. And once I was up top, I was too busy trying to find a member of the police. And that is when you found us congregated at the stadium, I suppose. Let me ask you then, how did you get a hold of the key to the underground door? That was easy. I was hanging right there in the room to the wall. No, that was a different key, wasn't it? I do recall a key. Oh, there. It was at the table.
Boy, that does bring back memories of our situation and how we made our escape.
Indeed, and although the door in the floor of our room led to an underground room, the door in the floor of the room next door had a secret passageway.
A secret passageway under a theme park. Ooh, that sounds like so much fun.
I wonder, is something off about the way Lance made his escape? Yeah. It wasn't locked. I'm gonna present that sword real quick.
Yeah, you got it. Actually...
Actually, you say the door that leading out was locked, but was it really? Did the cuffs just come off his hands?
No, what are you talking about? You
Talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard it took quite a few men to get that thing open, right, Shana?
Yes, that's correct.
Now take a look at this. What's that, a sword? It's not such a reliable one if it's broken like that. Now I'm going to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by the sword, which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. He's got baby hands. Who thought he used adult cuffs for him? Exactly.
It's scary. It's a pointy sword. It's scary.
It's scary.
So scary. Oh my goodness.
I don't want to get a precious cut on my fingies.
Oh, the sword.
Oh. If that's the case, then why did you not just simply remove the sword and escape? Oh, I was disorientated. So I went down the staircase and went through.
When I have a basic task in front of me.
My executive dysfunction was really acting up today. It was my ADHD. God, I feel called out. I feel like I did more damage to myself than anything with that statement. Actually, I'm not gonna fucking lie. Yeah, I'm making fun of this guy, but at what cost? That's it, I didn't notice it. As if I should have accepted such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make it look like make yourself look like the victim. If only clips didn't exist. Oh no, you're making a clip? But you did not in fact possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own. You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if he forgot something very important along the way. What would that be? A motive, what else? Do you honestly think that an uptight pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme to just kidnapping himself? If only he didn't have to have us make a set clip. I'm not. Chip is making a fucking clip. Amazing. I do want to add in a clip command again, but by George, my old clip command doesn't work anymore. I don't think it does.
Oh no.
Nah. I should do that though. I really should. Like, there should be a way to do the clip command, but I just don't want to use stream elements anymore. Say again?
Oh no, I was just saying fair.
There, yeah. I'm trying to limit my stream elements use, but like, yeah, unfortunately, I still gotta like get a few things off there.
Take that!
Okay. I knew that was going to come in, but I did not know when. To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is in fact a collections bill. It appears to be our upsetting boy has accumulated quite a bit of debt. Isn't that right, Lance?
Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man, too. Must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man, huh?
Alright, I give up. I abducted myself!
Lance.
It's over, Lolly. In this life, we are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that $1 million, but now that dream is over.
Oh, Lance.
Then you're giving yourself up. Yes! I had planned to run away from this world with my Lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back. He turned on you. Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him behind in that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the blue badger costume. That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops. But right then, the old man had to wake up. I was careless and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on the bad badger costume, took the suitcase with the $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea they were related, so I thought it could only end badly.
I still don't believe it. That person was not my father. Because if he was, I just killed my own father.
Oh shit, so she did kill him. Lolly, then. It was you? Oh shit, okay.
That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there's a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the $1 million in it. That badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot, the other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran, scared for my life.
Why is she holding her hair hostage? I think Katie answered it the best. Sometimes in the great stretch, girls just cut off their hair. I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you? Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn to something so frightening. If only I could have protected you.
So, Miss Pobbs, she shot her own dad without even knowing who he really was?
If what she says is true.
Are you saying she's lying? But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
You'd be surprised at how often people lie without realizing it themselves, Kay.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is listen very carefully to the confession once more, and you'll see. He didn't have a gun. He took the gun off of the bad badger costume.
Hold it!
Maybe. Please calm down. Let's slowly talk through this.
But
All you have to do is simply tell us what happened at the stadium. Leave it to us to search out the truth. Can you do that for me?
No. Alright. Right, so at the stadium...
Hold it!
That was the ransom money, wasn't it?
Yes, that's how I was able to identify Mr. Deacon almost immediately. It was all thanks to what Lance told me.
And what did he tell you?
Well, he called me on my cell phone and told me that Mr. Deacon had betrayed us and run off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun.
Hold it!
Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it when it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why would you try and shoot me? You really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't know.
I don't want to believe it myself. But it's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it.
The Bad Badger has a gun on the right side. But hey, now you know that Deacon's a fellow lefty.
Is he?
I mean, he raised the gun with his left hand, you can only assume, right? It's in the right hand, but yeah.
Pointing straight at me, I'm about to die, I thought.
Miss Pops, please calm down, take a deep breath. And then would you allow me to please hear the last statement one more time?
Yes, of course.
I love how every other lawyer has some kind of power to pierce out the psychic mind. Then just yeah, exactly. Every other lawyer has a special power. Then there's Edgeworth with brains.
It's just like, my power is just being not a loser. My power is being smart and having a gumshoe.
Basically.
To be fair, he has Kay, who has her whole little thief.
Yeah. He's like Edgeworth uses logic. It's almost like he's smart on occasion when he doesn't try to cover it up. And when he tries to cover it up, he makes himself look smart.
Hold it!
And you felt that your life was in danger, correct?
Yes, I'm about to die, I thought. So...
Hold it!
You shot Mr. Deacon.
Ms. Pops. Yes, I shot him.
And that, as they say, is that. Agent Lang is Miss Pops' far from done. She hasn't finished her testimony yet. You're gonna continue questioning her. What a waste of time. Miss Pops, if you please.
Alright.
Hold it!
Did you take off immediately following the gunshot?
Yes.
And you didn't attempt to approach the victim at all after he was shot?
I was scared. I don't blame you. I would have done the exact same thing. Poor Miss Pops. What will become of her, Mr. Edgeworth?
She seems to be telling the truth regarding what happened at the stadium. However, I don't believe it to be absolutely correct. Some very... Yeah. No. This is just now.
Oh, where?
Stop playing the confused, poor, helpless girls, Mr. Prosecutor. Until you have something significant to add, stuff that jab of yours in your mouth. It's a cravat, and it's a fashion statement, not a gag.
The thing is, everyone argues that he's wrong.
Say again?
Everyone I've seen ever argues that he's wrong, and it is a jebo. Or however you say it.
He might be the only smart lawyer in the universe, IMO, since Phoenix is overly reliant on his bluffs, and even then he has to use his Magatama. Listen, Phoenix is smart, just not in like the brain way. And even then, he's also extremely smart. He did kind of rig the entire jury system to benefit, to get at what's his name, Clavier. No, Gavin.
Phoenix is smart in that he's able to think on his feet really well.
Yeah, and even then, he's got good planning abilities. Again, 7 years after someone framed him for getting disbarred. And getting him disbarred, he got back at him legally through the system and was able to even get a jury system going too. And not only that,
system that immediately was never used.
I know, right? But even then, like, Phoenix is objectively very smart. He's also just really dumb, and these are both existing at the same time. He's a himbo. Is himbo the right word I'm looking for? No. Gumshoe's a himbo. Phoenix is just... He's so smart once you're outside of his head.
He really is. Most of the times when we pop outside of Phoenix's head, from the outside, he can look terrifyingly competent.
Yeah. Like, seriously, the whole setup with Clavier before was honestly fucking terrifying. He made sure to have everything set up. He was the fucking master. He was the master hand behind everything. He was the taboo behind the master hand, behind everything happening. This dude was fucking brilliant. How much did he bluff through? Honestly, I haven't researched that part of the story quite yet. How much did he bluff through? None of it. I mean, well, bluffing's yes, he bluffed, but like
Ace 34. There's one other time where you step outside of Phoenix's head, to see kind of what he's like, and I won't say when because it hasn't happened yet. But there's one other time where it happens.
Probably AA5.
And you know, you really get a taste of the medicine of Phoenix. Of having to deal with this guy who pulls things seemingly out of his ass and then is correct about it.
Honestly, Phoenix is incredibly intelligent. He gets caught off guard really easy. And he has to blunder his way back through, but like making those quick adjustments, making these quick connections, and getting everything. Phoenix has the deck stacked against him 100% of the time.
Yeah, you gotta keep in mind, like, they've already done the arrest and gotten the evidence.
Yeah. And Phoenix needs to find a way, and typically correctly finds the way, to show that the evidence has been either manipulated or read wrong, or whatever it is, and that his client is actually... Phoenix is brilliant, but he's also an idiot. And we love him for it.
His thoughts are not like Edgeworth, like when you get into his mind, Edgeworth has very organized thoughts. Phoenix is more like... It's not organized in his brain.
It's that one scene in SpongeBob where everyone's throwing up the fucking like things and the fire's starting in there and all that kind of shit.
Phoenix is like constantly panicking.
Yeah.
Is a thing. When he stops panicking and he thinks things through, he's quite competent. Which is why I argue we shouldn't have gotten him back as like another lawyer character. He should have stayed in the mentor role. Like everyone's like, oh, we shouldn't have had Phoenix anymore. It's like, no. We should have had him, but he should have been the Mia of the series. And he's not quite that.
Phoenix and Edgeworth might be the only smart lawyers in Japanifornia. Fair enough. I
I
mean,
can't believe you do Apollo dirty like that.
listen. They're the only two that matter, including Apollo. Apollo's secondary in my heart. Apollo just he's in game 4. Then there's Athena Sykes in game 5, but I've not seen. I don't know much about her yet.
Francisca's also good. I do
Yeah.
want to say this.
She's very hot-headed though.
Grandma's very good. She's also very smart.
Yeah.
Um,
Here's the best way to put it. Everyone is objectively very smart and good at their job, but they have quirks that make them adorably dumb every time.
yeah. Except for Winston Payne, he sucks.
Yeah, except for Winston Payne. From the great
If you're
ouchie
facing a
line.
Paynes do not count.
Yeah, Paynes don't count.
All your rivals are pretty good. Like, what cracks me up is a freaking Godot, where it's like, it's so funny because you like fight legendary prosecutor Edgeworth, legendary prosecutor Francisca von Karma, who became a prosecutor at like 13.
Yeah.
And then Godot comes in and he's like, I've never prosecuted Go. Let's get it. Let's get it on.
He was still pretty good at it though, but he's always been a defense lawyer, so he's always saw the side of it. Yeah.
Because he had lawyer experience.
Yeah, exactly. He knew how to play defense. And the funniest thing was
hilarious that he comes in and after like they found a way to break the escalation, which I love, where it's just like, you know, a problem in series is when you keep escalating and escalating, you know, like, is there gonna be like, okay, you have Edgeworth, genius prosecutor, and then you have Francisca von Karma, who's only 17, genius prosecutor, and then it's just like, where are you gonna have a baby prosecutor? And so like they broke that pretty fast, and we're just like, no, I've never prosecuted once in my life. I'm gonna wreck your shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then he does. Well, he tries.
And the funniest
he does as well
thing,
as most other prosecutors.
the funniest thing about Godot was he also called you out on your bullshit a few times. It's just like he knew what your fucking playbook was because he taught me who taught you. So he called you out on your bullshit a few times, which is pretty great. If I recall correctly, and I love that too.
Yeah.
Then he got called out on his bullshit. I hope he's not serving. I hope he. I don't know if he got the death sentence, but if he did, I hope it was quick and easy for him. He wasn't the worst person we had to put away.
It's unclear. We never find it. There's only one game that we ever, like, I mean, we know that Von Karma dies.
Okay.
Everyone else we technically don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Except in one, there's one fun spin-off game where, we kind of see consequences of what happens to those who get a guilty verdict.
Really? What game was that?
Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Oh. So what happened?
I'm not saying because,
You gonna make me play that one too?
maybe. It's a good game, is the thing. And it, by virtue of it being a spin-off, it's allowed to do things that the main series can't do.
Right.
I'll say that much. And I will not expound upon that.
Fair enough.
But it can basically do things that you just can't in the regular Ace Attorney.
They have Miles and Phoenix kiss?
I wish, but no.
Okay, let's continue on. I think
Miles makes a brief appearance, but not in the main plot.
Wait, who?
Edgeworth.
Oh, hell
He
yeah.
briefly appears, but he's not as like a cameo at the end to like be like, and we're back to our normal hijinks.
No worries, Archimedes. All right, I think I know what. Oh, I think I know what I actually got to present as well this time, so we're all good.
Do you?
Ah, fuck.
I know what you need to present, and I didn't even look it up.
Damn it! Never mind. Okay.
Look at your evidence carefully. That's my hint to you.
Okay, yeah, look at my evidence carefully. That's such a solid hint. Oh wait, he was moved. He was fucking moved. Hold on. God damn it!
Look at your evidence carefully.
He was
Laughing
moved!
pretty hard at you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Then remain calm and collected and find my conjure. Yeah, okay, give me a second.
You don't have many objections left, so...
But I do have a save button.
We do have a save button.
Just like you should save the game, but I'm like, yeah. Oh, come on! Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think you pulled that right piece of evidence out. Wonderful subordinate there, willing to point out his own boss's mistakes. Ugh. Are you afraid from excessive talking? I'll try, sir. God.
I'm like vibrating.
Okay. So my only other one is the the back badger here has a right-handed gun, right? So it contradicts the left and the right. Does the investigation games include both? Yes. Investigation, if you buy it on Steam, the package will include both investigation games.
If you buy it on Steam.
And maybe the collection on Switch might have both of them too, actually. Alright. Time to reload.
Sure is, buddy. Imagine back in the day you couldn't do this.
I know, right? Great, another game I won't have to emulate. Yeah, they'll go on sale too, pretty easily, I bet. Like, just wait till like the summer sale or whatever, or winter sale now. Wait, which one is closer? Summer sale. Never mind. Yeah. Okay, so you told me to look very carefully, right?
Yes, inspect every piece of evidence very carefully. Ah.
Trying to figure out how this fits in here. All right, so we'll start here. Nothing. But we have the Bad Badger costume, which means we don't know where this... So...
Let me know if you want me to say something.
Yeah, give me a second. from Lance.
Objection!
Nope. Spring sales are here. I also blown through my self-imposed limit. Valid. Yeah, wait for the summer then. Then blow through that self-imposed limit. Okay, a hint won't kill me.
So do you want me to...
A hint.
Do you want me to, like, have the statement? So this is the statement that you need to present evidence on.
Mm-hmm.
So go back one. Or go to the statement that we were just on. Not that one. Yeah, this one. Back. He pointed at me with the left hand and shot at me.
Okay,
statement.
yeah.
That's the statement we need to prove wrong.
That's the one I thought was wrong. Because the gun is a right-handed gun.
But that... No. You need to find something else that says right hand somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Like, look, right-handed gun.
It's on page 2 of the evidence.
You're just like, Steph, fuck off. Stop getting this right. I've presented this, though. It didn't work.
It's not that.
Give me a second. Can you guys hear how pissed off Katie is right now?
Oh my god.
I can hear her fuming.
I'm just losing it.
Wait a second.
At this point, I'm tempted to just say
No!
what it is.
Oh. It says he's right-handed in the dossier.
Yeah. He's right-handed, so he wouldn't shoot the gun with the left hand.
You know the funniest thing is? I think I specifically pointed that out like an hour ago. I wonder why they have his hand down there.
You said, oh, he must be left-handed, and I said, like, oh, is he? And then for 20 minutes...
Completely. It's the funniest thing because I literally, before I told you he must be left-handed, because I remember you saying that, I remember saying, or thinking at least, oh, he's right-handed. I wonder why that's important.
Incredible stuff.
Guys, my logic is so good. I have a dossier on your father. And according to this, your father was right-handed.
Oh, then...
The person pointing the gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The Bad Badger has a model gun attached to his right hand. Which is why the only hand that could have held the real gun was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that? Agent Ling, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? And again, I suppose I can't expect someone who has never set foot into court to catch it. Enough of the smugness, out of it already. Miss Pops told us earlier. There was a bad
badger pulling the suitcase with $1 million in it.
According to you, the bad badger had the gun in his left hand. It should mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Yes, exactly. I'm sure it was the bad badger. It had those huge sunglasses on its face.
If that's the case, then even I can see there's a huge contradiction. Yes, Miss Pops claims to have seen the Bad Badger, and yet the Bad Badger had both his hands full. These to be said information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. They're both correct. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. Therefore, they are both correct. Oh, fuck, that's so good. Impossible, I just think this was the irresolvable contradiction. The entire statement rests on the fact that she saw the sunglasses and beard. What if the Bat Badger wasn't wearing pants? This proved that there was a way for the Bat Badger to freely use both his hands.
Take that!
The costumes have two parts to them, a head and a body.
Oh, I get it now.
The head Miss Popsicle was probably the head of the Bad Badger. However, it's not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger. Different badger? Yes, or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger.
Take that!
His head may have been the Bat Badger, but his body was the Blue Badger's. The Blue Badger? Hold on, let's see. Who was it the one that had these on?
I did.
And so did Officer Meekin's pal. Nice try with your logic. Oh. It's entirely logical. Officer Meekin's been placed under arrest after all. Wait. I'd like to strike what I just said from the record and give my explanation anew. No, I'm kidding.
Take that!
What the heck is that?
It's the proto. It's the proto badger. I can't. I suddenly appeared. Hello, it's me.
It's me, Shina. 100%. I just came here for funsies. Yes, in a simple matter of process elimination. Oops. Button. Good. Miss Pops is wearing the Blue Badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the Pink Badger is of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that's left is the Proto Badger costume. Miss Pops, who was the one who wore the Proto Badger costume? Well, it couldn't be me. What a fucking punk, this guy.
That'd be Lance.
Are you saying what I think you are? That Lance Armando donned the Badger head and pretended to be the Mr. Deacon, without which he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing. The stage had been set up with the stadium was nothing more than that, a setup, and its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing that she had committed murder. Sitting there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim, it was all done so that she would pull the trigger. I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have done all of that, huh? There's but one reason, Lance Armando. You are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon. What?
No.
That's slander. Take it back. You take it back right now. Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand? I'm left-handed, but what does that have to do with anything? It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker held the gun in his left hand. Ha! Who's one-handed doesn't prove a thing. And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto Badger's bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right? Of course, logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he thought of that as well and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. Yeah. Now it's the gun.
Take that!
We found one half of the Bad Badger costume in the hideout, a broken one. Steph's voice for Lance is making me yawn by reflex. Good! It's revenge for you guys making me yawn earlier today. Look. It's not the same as the one the victim was wearing, plus it was something missing. That something was the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks. What? Miss Pops, where's the gun you used?
I threw it away into the sea.
God damn it, Miss Pops! Yeah, it doesn't come in. Yeah, exactly. That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe that we can safely assume it was the model gun in question. Fair enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture. I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can't say that the possibility that I am right is very high. Okay, let's pretend you're right, and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder actually took place, Mr. Prosecutor? I don't know yet. Ha! I knew you were full of it. However, I do believe the murder took place during an earlier time frame.
Please wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance.
She saw the victim in a state of being restrained.
Came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. It tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape.
So Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right?
I thought that it would attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. I planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone.
Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting till I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time. And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pop saw the victim with her own eyes, which means that the victim was still alive at the time, wouldn't you agree? Why does that sound wrong to me? There must be something amiss about that account. Let's see what happens when I examine it more in detail. Oh. Everyone, do yourself a favor. Give a little stretch. And give yourself a little hydrate too, yeah? God, I feel like we're coming to the end of this, but there's no fucking end at sight.
It is the final exam, I think.
Hold it!
I mean, not the... I don't know about the final...
Yeah, I gotcha.
This, but I think, like, this block is the final bit of the case. Maybe... Let's see. Maybe not, actually.
We'll see. When exactly did you arrive back at the hideout?
Sorry, I'm looking at something.
You busted your knee today. God damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, jeez. It was after we had picked up the ransom money.
And where were you tied up when you returned? Wait, where were you until the time you returned?
Oh my, tied up. Oh my.
Ara.
I was scouting the park out and making preparations for our escape. I walked around the various areas, looked for the best route.
Ah, so each of them had their own roles to play.
After I was done, I went back to the hideout.
Hold it!
How did Lance look at that time?
He looked shocked.
Like shocked like he just killed someone shocked, or shocked like...
He also looked a little down. When I saw that sadness in his eyes, I...
Thank you, that's enough for now. And what of Mr. Deacon? What was his situation like? Just a muscle injury? Hell yeah, no bone fractures? That's good shit.
Hold it!
You sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw?
Yes, I am certain of what I saw.
Did you go to the other room to check?
Lance said it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
Now you tell me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself.
I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a Bad Badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure.
So you didn't see his fucking face or chest!
That just had to be Mr. Deacon.
You saw a Bad Badger head.
Hold it!
So, the time that Mr. Deacon was still in his Bad Badger costume.
Yes, and?
It would appear she missed the whole situation, but now I should have raised an objection. The person you saw was not the victim.
What? Why not?
I will tell you why not. With this, save.
Instantly.
I don't know.
Take that!
Miss Pops, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all.
Huh?
I did want to spill my guts out or faint when I hit my knee, though. It was not oh, God, yeah, that sucks. The person you actually saw was this person. Oh. It was me.
Surprise! Tricked you!
I'm the third
tricked you all
kidnapper.
along.
Right, at the beginning of this thing, I was kidnapped too.
Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnapper abduct me even after I'd handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at the time. Well, Lance, am I right? That's... You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a Bad Badger head on. And then made your costume to escape together, or so you pretended.
What? What do you mean he pretended?
Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape, and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the Bad Badger head from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with this prop sword. Then he escaped via the passageway. Hold your tongue, boy. Don't get caught up in the tidal wave of words coming out of the prosecutor's mouth. Tidal wave. I've heard a lot that can come out today, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. This victim's betrayal and subsequent detainment. All that could have happened while you were out cold. That's right, you were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor. If that were the case, Miss Pops could have still seen me tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go to the next room. I really have no idea if you're in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth.
You see, it would seem you can't prove a thing.
You also can't prove that it was him.
I know, right?
It's both.
Who said that? Oh, that guy. Please wait. Mr. Romano. Ho, ho, ho. Miles, my boy. It looks like you're really giving it your all. And Lance, it's not good to cause trouble for others. Dad? Let's see. You are the one in charge of the investigation, correct? Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you. Oh, do you now?
It's $5 billion.
My son's a piece of shit. Is that what I think it is?
It's a bad badger costume the victim was wearing, and a gun.
Yay! Ba ba da ba 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 ba. What's that thing inside the neck? I couldn't wait around for the. This dude's just like, I'm fucking getting the evidence myself, baby. Fuck the police. They're not good at their job. He went in the water for that. Okay. So I went and found these myself. It appears they were disposed of in the sea. Ah, is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law?
Is it against the law to go into the ocean and fish things out?
There now, Agent Lang. Please calm down. What the heck is a scrap of paper?
This appears to be a letter from the chief of police. Please allow Mr. Armano complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says.
I love that he's just got the Ron Swanson, I can do what I want paper with him. It's just like, yeah, I can do what I want. Fuck off, mate. What? The chief of police? What the? Because who does he think he is?
The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
Oh. There now. There's no need to be so upset.
One thing I will say is that, you know, you thought from Phoenix's perspective, they got into corruption. Edgeworth's perspective, they really get into corruption.
I know. This guy just, like, paid the police to do whatever the fuck he wanted to. Honestly. And whatever he wanted to is going to include locking up his son away for trying to steal $1 million. Which is going to be fantastic. He's going to be like, yeah, no, my son's a piece of shit. He's trying to steal $1 million from me. Let him go to jail for murder. It's okay. So I'm not bound by the laws of your country. Oh, God. That's one way of going about things, huh? No. This wasn't meant to strong arm you into anything. Just a request. Here's $3 million for looking into said request. Wink. I'm only asking you to respect the laws of the land as I look at my big wad of cash. You always say no to that. However, returning to the camp. Doesn't matter who found the evidence, its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at this new evidence. I've already got the result. No, I have this slow. I had a special forensic research lab that I'm on good terms with conduct the test. Say again?
He's being super blatant.
Oh, yeah. Give him some coffee? I know, right? Give this man some coffee. He's too tired, yeah. They verified the blood on the costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren.
The ocean didn't wash them off, somehow.
What? You disappoint me, Miles. What did I do? I was fuck you! I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you'll have no reason left to push my poor boy around. That's it? These are case-making pieces of evidence? Huh. I'll be the judge of that. I won't rest until I've suspected every suspicious nook and cranny. What's this? Inside the costume head.
They sparkle. I bet they're really valuable.
Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. Why are they here? Could this be the actual murder weapon? How do I open this gun? They found Miss Pop's fingerprints on this gun.
Can you let me hold it for a sec?
Shouldn't if you don't know how to handle it. Besides, Mr. Pop's prints are on it. So,
Oh, I'm wearing gloves. It'll be okay. I just want to take a look, that's all. I'm like I'm going to run off with it. The only things I don't return are treasures.
Dealing either one would land you in jail, you know. So I'm gonna release it.
Bang.
Bang.
You shouldn't handle it if you don't know how to do it. Points it directly at face. Loaded.
Wait, one. All of these are fucking loaded. All the chambers are loaded. It doesn't let me see anything else. Okay, that's kind of frustrating. This bullet hole.
Looks kind of burnt around the edges.
Oh, you have a close proximity fire. Wait, those burn marks left by the gunpowder. That's the most important fact.
Why is that?
Because it's proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range. Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen? Thank you, Dad. This should be enough. Wait. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. You've come to save my frat boy ass after murdering people. I couldn't go to jail and not have my snackies. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they proved that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. And Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see Lolly was only acting in self-defense. The fingerprints on the weapon, huh?
Oh no, this isn't helpful at all.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. But in the end, all I can do is watch as she takes punishment for her crime. That may be all you can do, however. I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job on unraveling your insidious lie. You wound me. Why won't you believe me, even in the face of all this evidence?
Hold it!
Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Miss Pops? There's no mistake about it. Though through my connections, I had the best forensic techniques money can buy performed. I find it to be a bit peculiar. What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me? What should I do? Should I research it? Not yet. Not yet. I mean, we do have Emma Sky, who has fingerprinting stuff too that we can take a look at.
Hold it!
You are sure calm for someone who's accused his own girlfriend of murder. You have it all wrong. Allowing her to pay the price is a form of love. What the fuck? She says she also wants to pay back her debt to society, but...
Hold it!
Then why do you believe that the victim was set on taking Mrs. Pop's life? I suppose
Because it's convenient for me.
I suppose it's because he wanted to silence her, to keep her quiet because she knows the truth behind the kidnapping. In that case, why did he not target you as well? That's because I'm rich. Because he knew that if he killed me, he wouldn't be able to control my father. Ho ho! Oh. Right you are. Even if it cost me millions, I would have had the killer found. I believe he didn't kill you for a different reason, however I digress. Look, more than why he didn't kill me, I'm worried about what will happen to Lolly. Old guy needs to see a doctor about those ears? I'm actually kind of curious, like how, like, I've seen it before, like where people have like really long earlobes. And I've seen people use gauges to like further extend their earlobes, but I'm kind of curious how they just like do it without the gauges. Not gonna lie.
It's just really heavy.
Yeah, put really heavy earrings on there, and eventually they'll just like, you know, do their thing. Oh, there you go. Hey, Lord Falconis, how you doing today? Justified self-defense, I suppose that is a possibility for given circumstance. Really? Oh, thank goodness. However, self-defense was not necessary in this case. What do you mean? Miss Pop is innocent. She didn't do anything, so why would she need to defend herself from nothing? You still don't believe in what I say, do you? The entire argument is in the fact that her fingerprints are on the gun. However, the truth does not lie here. It lies within where he's hiding from, but not for that long. So I will have to present something here.
Hold it!
Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pops' prints should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Pops' prints should not be on the gun is... Shit. I want to present this missing model gun, but I don't want to go too far back because this is my last one. I didn't save. Shit. Ruh-roh, I know! Fuck me! Oh! She's wearing gloves. I'm gonna follow you. Yeah. Let me just... Oh my god. You want to suspect him, Mr. Edgewood, but you haven't got a single shred of evidence. Let me... we're gonna have to go back a little bit, unfortunately. I know. Thus the truth is lost for all eternity. The end. Oh. Oh, you just returned the currency. Let's go. They give me all my life back. Let's go. Oh shit! Katie, are you pissed that they don't do this on the original original DS version? I don't know what happened to Katie, but I think she's raging that the original DS version.
Oh, was I muted this entire time? Crazy.
Yes, you were muted the entire time.
I've been saying stuff like for ages.
You have not said a single thing here
I
for like 5
wondered why you
minutes.
weren't responding.
Normally it's because you muted.
I know, but I'm dumb, so.
You're not. But yeah, that's a nice little thing they added. You're saying all the obscenities.
Yeah, my thing is that I'm pretty sure that's new.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I played on an emulator, so.
I guess we just have to do this then.
Take that!
It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Oh. There's no mistake, we found fingerprints. Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at any time?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That's when Miss Pops' prints found their way into the gun. You understand now, Mr. Mono? Your son's a lying-ass bitch. The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer. But you still don't have anything to prove she isn't the killer, right? You seem adamant about assessing your girlfriend as a cold-blooded killer.
Oh, Lance.
What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her. That doesn't change the fact you don't have any evidence, right? That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence. What? How? I have still remember the justice system in this game is guilty until proven innocent. Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Just like Japan. Woohoo.
Da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Up.
The story is that Mrs. Pops killed the victim at the stage of the stage of the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true because that was not the real crime scene but a setup. This proves the murder was not committed at the stadium at all.
Take that!
I thought the fucking mirror pieces would work because it would be like mirrors in the haunted house. Mr. Prosecutor, I'd have to rate that. Logic 0 out of 10. 0, at least give it a 6.8. So close to being nice. Out of 10. And U.S. military tribunals, yeah. And U.S. trials when it's a not white person involved, so, you know. At this rate, Lloyd's gonna end up getting arrested. I recall think clearly. We're not happy. Yeah. Validates it. I thought this would be fine because like this is like mirror from like.
No. You gotta. I looked up what it is, so let me know if you want hints, but.
You have a guess? Chip, what's your guess? Point blank shot? Yeah, I just don't have the evidence for the point blank shot right now, though. That's the problem. Like, I don't have that costume, right? Oh! Now I have the... Okay, never mind. It was just in a stupid place. Okay.
Take that!
Let's take another... Yeah, I was thinking about the point blank thing too, but like, at the same time, they just put it... They put the new information where the old information was, and that... I was so confused. I was lost about that. Then I'll believe what you say. Then I believe you'll see why I insist it's not shown at the stadium.
One moment.
Take that!
The burn around bullet holes made when the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Alright, back. Oh, so then you mean the murder Miss Oldbag saw at the stadium really was...
Yeah, she saw two people, but they were separated by distance. The victim was indeed shot from below the stage. There shouldn't be a gunpowder burn.
Oh, I'm
Hey.
sorry.
What's up?
Where am I?
I don't know, where are you? Good?
Not here.
You good?
Hello?
Yeah, you're coming in here and there. You're not coming in full.
How about now?
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor, and definitely not my ignorant little pretty boy. If you seem to know about all the ages, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then? Lance, I have to look at Mr. Deacon back in the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And that location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was imprisoned was...
Like that gives you a little hint.
Yeah.
Take that!
I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder of the place took place in the haunted house. The haunted house? Yes, and I have proof that it's highly likely that the victim was killed there. Broken mirror, yummy glass. Don't eat glass.
Nom, 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 nom.
Don't eat glass. That's bad. I should not have said that as a responsible streamer. These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They're fragments of a mirror. A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything? Indeed. You don't exactly expect to see pieces of a mirror inside a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous.
Believe it or not, I put mirrors inside my underwears all the time, so it's pretty fine. That...
Oh dear.
Langshi says, those who don't have mirrors in their underwears can't see their own ass. However, there's one place I can think of where a plethora of mirror fragments. And that's the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house. And that's how we end this game of Clue.
Precisely.
After that, you stole the blue Badgermobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the blue Badgermobile was stolen confirms this as fact. Miles, my boy, say no more. Something that Ling would actually say, I know, right? I'm sorry, Mr. Mono, but I can't do that. Be quiet! Yes, please, do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Mr. Mono, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps. How dare you! I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mirrored bits decisive is too bit presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Jenna, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout?
Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house.
You see, isn't it possible the fragments got in the costume there? But, Ancient Lang, there's no fragments on the floor, so the possibility is very low. Ha! Probability! Lang Ji says, on truth's path, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does exist is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is do you have definitive proof you need?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you?
Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no. See, so since you don't have any, shut up. I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain the murder occurred at the time I was turning the ransom over. At the time, the only people in the haunted house, besides myself, were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in the connection to the murder.
What now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request. Yeah? I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime scene was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission?
Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth. Alright, permission granted, but you don't have to touch a single thing, got it? That won't be a problem. After all that's important to me is the truth to be brought to light. Doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is. Jenna!
I'm here.
Put in the paperwork for authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval.
Who was that? No. Let's hold for a second. There's no need to obtain approval. Mr. Armando. Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this. What's this, Shinna?
It's the deed to the haunted house.
The deed? Read it out loud.
Gatewater Land Incorporated here bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of $1 million paid in full cash.
Jesus fucking Christ, this is corruption like no goddamn tomorrow. This guy's just hiding his son's crimes. What? Oh, as you can see, I am the legal owner of the haunted house.
Are you kidding? When did you...
I ran into the owner of the park earlier. We made a deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. That $1 million you paid, don't tell me it was... Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now. You used the ransom money? My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. Though I do believe I'll forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are, so if you would please discuss things with me from now on. Discuss? What's there to discuss? Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course. While you're busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Mono was out there preempting us. Permission to search the house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper. Mr. Mono definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like it is, the truth will be lost forever. Oh my god. Edgeworth, what would a certain blue lawyer do? That's my question for you, bud. What would a certain blue, spiky-haired, blue-themed lawyer do?
Summon the dead, ask Mia.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, Edgeworth, can you summon the dead real quick? Alright. So, that's going to be the end of the stream today. Y'all get ready to say goodbye to YouTube, because we're going to say bye to YouTube. YouTube! I want to say thank you very much for, console Edgeworth of evidence, right? YouTube, I want to say thank you very much for hanging out with us today. This has been I fucking am ready to deck both Amanos so much. Like, holy shit. I'm ready to deck them. and commit a slight little murder. I mean, what? I mean, eat the rich. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us today. YouTube, you all stay safe, stay Botanist Cool, and we'll see you soon.